4:34, meeting of the Fall River Housing Authority Board. Start this off, we'll go with a roll call.
Chairman Long,
Here.
Vice Chairman Underhill,
Here.
Commissioner Burns.
Here.
Commissioner Bentley. Present. Commissioner Medeiros.
Here.
Mike, you can read the,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So the language for the open meeting law is as follows. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived by those present, and are deemed acknowledged and permissible.
do we have anybody interested in citizen input?
Excuse me, Kevin, are we taking the other stuff out of order? Or is it
Right after
Okay.
Do we have any resident input?
Just wanted to let the commissioners know.
State your name, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ed Gagnon, Fall River Joint Tenants Council Executive Director. Just to let everyone know, we have 2 brand-new tenant assistants that have started, brings the total to 12. And for your information, we're the only housing authority in the state with a program like this, where we utilize tenants to actually assist the maintenance personnel in keeping the grounds clean.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the Massachusetts Tenants Association will be attending the State Mass Union of Tenants Conference this coming weekend and spending Monday at the State House.
Nice,
So, that's all. Thank you.
that's awesome.
Thank you, Ed.
Any other resident input? Seeing none, we have a motion to take 2 items out of order. I think it's 2A and 2B for Mr. McCoy, who has another meeting he's got to get to.
Make a motion under new business to take item 2A, fire alarm and fire panel testing and inspection repairs, and item 2B, on-call trade services for painting, to take those out of order.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. So we're just going to go right to the 2A.
Yeah, we could just read the item.
I got it. All right, item 2A was fire alarm and fire panel testing, inspection, repair services. Recommended actions is to award a 3-year contract with 2 additional separate and distinct 1-year contract renewal options at the sole discretion of the Fall River Housing Authority to a low bidder, Rustic Fire Protection, in the amount not to exceed $114,090. Any discussions?
I'll make a motion to award the contract.
Second.
Motion being made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Second item is the on-call trade services for painting. Recommended action, award a 1-year contract to Shavs Construction and Patriot Construction in the amount not to exceed $60,000 each. Motion.
Make a motion to award 1-year contracts to Shavs Construction and Patriot Construction in the amount not to exceed
We have a second?
$60,000 each.
Just one question.
Right after we do the second.
Put a second so it's on the floor.
So got a second?
I got a second.
Okay,
Yep.
second.
As I always,
We'll have a discussion.
ask with the discussion, this is outside of what we do with our workforce.
Correct, correct. Above and beyond, can I elaborate?
Yes.
I didn't want to, I think I'm anticipating. Variety of reasons. First of all, I guess, day-to-day and managerial, we're going to be losing painters, obviously, with the weather and whatnot, the folks that do exterior. That's number one. Number two, and I don't mean to diminish the skill level or capacity of the contractors, but typically when you're outside of HVAC, plumbing, or electrical, a lot of these on-call contractors can interact with your less technical trades, right, carpentry and painting. Some will be mobilized for a carpentry job, and then there's some painting after. So from an accounting and fiscal responsibility, I like the fact that we could separate the work, because your natural inclination when you're a facility supervisor is, okay, you did the kitchen, we need some backsplash painted, or we need the ceilings painted. I think for accounting purposes, for our person, as our personnel, and for myself to actually see where the work is, and to decipher what we're doing inside, what we're doing outside. On a positive note, these folks are both already on-call carpentry folks. And granted, we're early in the fiscal year, but because we now have a full complement of carpenters, we've actually seen our expenditures go down on the on-call side for carpentry. But for those variety of reasons, that's why I wanted to pivot and get these folks on board. They also happen to be the next two in line from their hourly offers on the painting side. So for conglomeration of those reasons, and as you know, we were encouraged back in 2017 or 2018 by HUD to get these on-calls in place to support our internal. So we have it for all the trades and additional stuff like the emergency doors. We're about to, you'll probably see one more. We did not get a labor price from an HVAC company. So we have two that we've had in the past that for some reason did not respond. And I did email the company, I'm getting off track a little bit, I emailed the company who's had an on-call, the last on-call contract for that. So you may see that again next month. Eddie and I this week would like to reach out because we'd like to have somebody in place rather than just issue a PO. But that's kind of in a bigger nutshell, but that's kind of the reasoning.
To your point, I asked that so that people who are tuning in understand that that's what,
The on-call support.
there's a
Yeah.
process here. We're
Yeah.
not taking work away from in-house employees. This is
No.
either above and beyond, it's different
Yeah.
scope of work, whatever the practice may be.
And Commissioner, on the painting side, we do only have one internal, and I would assume, and not wanting to necessarily speak for the facilities director, but I'm assuming our on-call painter is mostly in occupied units. So a unit that's being made ready, or let's say, hallways or common areas or whatever, I would think the one gentleman we have is predominantly, in an occupied, doing a kitchen ceiling or paint, a bedroom or whatever, and dealing directly with our tenants, And obviously, when that one in-call person has vacations, is ill or personal time, you're gonna need some outside help for when they're absent, especially if you get an emergency or priority, a leak or whatever. Yes. Either vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And if I may, Mr. Chair, I want to thank you. I'm assured that I believe this is the only conflict I'm going to have with the search committee, but I want to thank the board for indulging me. Much appreciated.
Good luck. Pick a
Thank you,
good one.
Kevin. Thank you, Chair.
See ya. We're on to minutes of the regular meeting held on April 8th, 2024. Has anybody reviewed them? I have a motion to accept.
Motion to accept. Second.
Motion made to accept, and seconded. Any discussion? Vote, and all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Bills and communications. Everybody reviewed those, then I'll take a vote to accept. Motion to accept?
Motion to accept?
Second.
Motion to accept made and seconded. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Management reports. We're going to take these one at a time, or we take them all together?
All together, you can read them all.
Okay, the management reports consist of the applications, occupancy reports, tenants' accounts receivable, work order reports, monthly section and voucher activity reports, the monthly personnel account report, Director of Modernization monthly report, bank investment and bond department balance reports. I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I'll make a motion to accept them, all the reports as a group.
Second.
Motion is made and second. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Financial reports. On the fiscal year ending 2025 budget books. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the FY '25 budget books.
Second.
Motion, any discussion? I have something I'd like to just read in, which I found very interesting. If you look at the consolidation of the budget, okay, the total revenues on the consolidated basis are $56,450,135, which is made up primarily of rental income of $12,198,110, I'm sorry. Operating subsidy of $11,696,820, and we can go on and on, but what I found interesting in this is it gives you some of the numbers of under the housing, okay? Federal public housing, and I think this is good for people who are listening, represents over 2,000 housing units. Total revenue in the program is budgeted at $22,798,357. Okay, and it goes through all the way that is allocated. So we had 2,000 housing units on the federal side. Then on the state side, state public housing represents 274 housing units, which was in big contrast between the federal and the state. In the federal, we had 2,000 housing units, and under the state, we have 274. I found that very, very interesting. And it breaks down the budget as how it's allocated. So I found that those two items were, they kind of stuck out to me, and I was like, wow, I didn't know what that was, and now I do. And then looking at the budget in general, most of the income that comes in goes out in administrative pieces, just paying everybody to keep this place up and taking care of the place. So, it's just interesting in the numbers that came up, so I just wanted to bring that up. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Next one. Okay, now we'll go into the fiscal state budget revision, 2024. Make a motion, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve state budget.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? No discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. This is for the fiscal year 2025 state budget, 400-1, 689 MRVP. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second.
Moving and second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. State Quarterly Modernization Report for period ending 3/31/24. Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion approved, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Update from the Executive Director. Just information.
Thank you, Chairman Long. A couple of things. So, through our Human Resource Department, we've promoted 2 internal staff members on the clerical side to temporary managers. We have 2 managers that are retiring. We also hired a temporary truck driver, 3 full-time clerks, and 2 part-time clerks. The part-time is something new that was achieved through a memorandum of understanding with the local union. We're really struggling keeping and retaining full-time clerical staff through retirement, through people just leaving. So we attempted another route by seeking part-time. You attract to retirees that want to fill in some time, or young mothers that have children that need different hours. So it worked out well. We were able to hire these people, and I think we might even have one other part-time staff person coming on. So that will really help us on the clerical end maintain our level of customer service, because with the shortages, you have to close the offices at different sites, and it's frustrating for us, but more frustrating for our residents. So I think with this agreement with the union, it'll be successful, and as I said, we'll be able to maintain a reasonable level of customer service. I'd also want to mention the two managers that are retiring. Ivalise Martinez, she served the Housing Authority for 28 years, so was valuable and dedicated to the Housing Authority. And also Betsy Guzman, who served 13 years for the Housing Authority. So a big thank you to them, to those two ladies. Appreciate their work here. And we'll be, as we do normally, we'll have some gifts and a gift card for them as well. This last thing I have, I've been playing phone tag with the executive director at Citizens for Citizens. Attorney Souza and I were trying to update any memorandums of agreement with outside agencies, specifically social service agencies, and there were a couple of agreements that were from many years ago that were not fully executed. We have two sites. Heritage Heights, we allow CFC to run an early daycare program in our building there, and also at Benny Costa Plaza in the community hall. So, in the spirit of cooperation and assisting, one of our social service agencies, I want to get these agreements updated. I have Nella Souza, and our finance director, looking at the cost of our utilities for those two sites. My position at the Housing Authority, I'm not looking to make money on another social service agency, but I think it's only fair that we try to recover the cost of gas, electric, water, and sewer, and also introduce maybe a free or reduced daycare amount to employees here at the Housing Authority, because Elizabeth Burns in Human Resources has found it's been difficult at times trying to hire people that need daycare or affordable daycare. So just trying to think a little bit outside of the box and see if we can come to an agreement with them, again, to cover our cost and maybe offer assistance to employees here that need daycare services. So I'll keep you informed, I'll keep you updated. As I said, we've been playing phone tag, but that will be, that's the nature of the conversation that I plan to have with them. And that's all I have for this month. Thank you.
Any questions, discussions? We'll move on. Under new business, we have modernization, a certificate of substantial completion for the fire alarm panel replacement at Frank B. Oliveira Apartments. Entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Two is already done. 2B is already done. 2C, open meeting law complaints filed by Patrick Higgins on March 17th, 2024, in reference to the 3/11/24 regular board meeting. Recommended action is to designate general counsel to respond to OML complaints. I'll entertain a motion to designate the general counsel to respond.
I will make a motion that we have general counsel respond to the open meeting law complaint.
Second.
Discussion. Any discussion? I think it's important that we allow general counsel to take this. It's not something that the board is ready to handle. It's a legal problem, and I think the best thing to do is to give it to general counsel. So having a motion on and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous.
Mr. Chairman.
FY 2024 lead-based paint certificate of compliance. Recommended action is for approval and execution of a certificate by Commissioner and the Executive Director. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion?
If I could just add, Chairman, if all of you could just hang around a minute or two after the meeting, because it does require signatures on that, each and every one of you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Next order of business is waivers for laundry rooms and transitional housing program, THP, at Maple Gardens, units 29B, 50B, and 35A. Recommended action is for approval. I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. The EOHLC wage match certification for FY 2024. The EOHLC is hard.
DHCD, the old DHCD.
Yeah, the old DHCD. Now it's the EOHLC or whatever. Okay, the recommended action is approval and execution of certificate by Chairman, Executive Director for submission to EOHLC. Take me a while to get used to that. In the transaction of other business that may come before the meeting. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion for the EOHLC wage match certification for FY '24.
Made, is there a second?
Second.
Made and seconded, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
That is it? If
It's
we
it.
just need to, Martha, we'll just need to get some
Motion to
signatures.
adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Great. Thank you all.